There are many tricks in kayaking that involve a single rotation in the air. Kickflips, airscrews, tomahawks, Pan Ams, cobra flips, loops, and many more. But there are no tricks in kayaking that involve two rotations in a single air. In fact, only a handful of the world's best kayakers have ever attempted to go for two. Even fewer have accomplished it. Let's take a look at the history of the double rotation. The first mention I could find of a double rotation attempt was in 2004. Not only was it an attempt, it was successful. Luke Hopkins won the Lyon Big Air contest with a double air screw.
I think this is the video, but I can't 100% say this is Luke in 2004, but I'm 95% sure. A few other people threw double adjacent tricks during this competition too. A bunch of 1.5s. This guy gets 2, though perhaps the biggest sticklers will only consider it a 1.5 due to its off-axis nature. Someone that skis, please weigh in. Is this a flat 5 or a true double? Somebody else probably gets 2 as well, but the video just cuts away. So, it turns out ramps are a great way to go for 2. Big Air Worlds 2012 in Germany also has a nearly double, but it looks like he just barely misses the landing.
History goes quiet on the double for a while. It's hard to know if it was ever being tried and the evidence is obscured, lost to time, or if the idea was so preposterous it would take two of the world's best kayakers to finally make some attempts on a natural river feature in 2008.
A quick shout out to my mates Marr and Nick Troutman. Nick and I were working on the double air screws this season. A lot of wipeouts, but one of us for sure to get it soon.
Unfortunately, Anthony's attempts aren't on film, but Nick himself admits he never got more than 1.25, maybe 1.5. It's easy to have sympathy for Nick here. He is one of 2 people on Earth trying for a double, but he just needs more air. In 2010, he got more air, though his method is unconventional. As it turns out, getting towed into an air screw isn't altogether unheard of. Whether Nick's attempt counts as a double kickflip, double air screw, or just a failure, he does have commitment. Dane also went off the ramp, though we don't have video, and it's not clear if he went for 2 or not. But Dane was thinking about double air screws. In his 2013 highlight reel, there is a very clear double attempt, getting a solid 1.5. To this date, to my knowledge, this is the closest ever double air screw attempt on a natural feature. And maybe you freestyle guys can correct me, but this also looks like a double air screw attempt without a paddle. 2013 was a good year for double attempts. We've got to wait until 2019 until the next confirmed double kickflip. I'm kidding. Trent and Nolan beat them with the rare double boat eject loop in 2016. But in all seriousness, the gap until the next double attempt was really long. Air screws just didn't generate enough air. A new trick was needed, which is of course the kickflip. Way back in 2011, we can see an over-rotated kickflip by Marr, winning him 3rd place at the 2nd Rider of the Year Awards Downriver Freestyle, which illustrates why kickflips are so much more powerful for doubles than air screws are. You can kickflip just about anywhere. In early 2021, Aniel Sarasolses posted the world's first true double kickflip. He used the Tomatito waterfall in Chile, which is approximately 45 feet tall. So, unsurprisingly, he says the impact was large. It was his first try too. Aniol mentions some interesting history when citing his motivation to double. It's been a dream of his, a goal on his list for many years. He says many have tried, but none have hit it. At the first Whitewater Grand Prix in 2011, Benny and Dane were getting so much air on their airscrews that the double seemed like a matter of time. 9 years later, nothing's changed. Nobody was trying. They would talk about it, but they wouldn't go for it.
Well, on April 12th, 2021, Dane Jackson decides to go for it.
I'm hoping that little bit of lift will give me that arc that I need to get the full double. Aniol is a beast for trying this off of Tamatita. Here we go.
On his 11-lap Spirit Falls Huckfest, Dane gives the waterfall double kickflip 2 attempts. He never gets past 1, says the lip just isn't right. Later in 2021, posted on July 3rd and July 6th, he keeps trying double kickflips, but switches to the classic get towed in method.
He really only gets 1.5, but it's nice to see people keeping the double stoke alive. Not only did the double stoke stay alive, but on October 22nd, 2021, the day before the Russell Fork race, Dane invents a new kind of double, the double tomahawk, making him the first person to invent a trick, and it's double. It only took him 2 tries to get the double. To me, this is the most powerful double in kayaking, since the pre-spin, sometimes called the Tennessee Tornado, allows you to come off the lip with so much more rotation than any other trick. Bennett Smith is, to my knowledge, the only other person to ever hit the double tomahawk, which he posted on February 22nd and another one on December 11th, 2022. He even came fairly close to landing one in a longboat. I know Jacob McConnell has attempted but not hit any, and I don't think the general kayak public is done with this trick. The real holy grail, a double kickflip off a wave, no jet ski assistance, has yet to be landed, at least according to Dane, because he says this, most recent double attempt, posted January 13th, 2022, doesn't quite count. And that's it, that's the whole video. I just showed every double attempt I know of, except for a few double airscrew attempts by Joel Kowalski that aren't on video, sadly. How come doubles are so rare? Well, I think Aniol hit it on the head. Everybody talks about it, but nobody tries it. If people started to seriously try doubles, I do think we could see them with some frequency. Here is how I think the progression in the future will go. But first, let's pay our respects to some random over-rotated tricks. Proof that one is too few. The future of the double airscrew. This one is pretty bleak, but it will happen at least once. It's Nick Troutman's dream trick, and I hope he isn't done with attempts. He's one of 2 people that has the motivation to put attempts into this trick, but I think a truly massive wave is needed. Something way bigger than minibus, way out of control, with way massive bounces. Detonator, Ginormica, Gladiator, number 9, stuff like that. Spend time on minibus learning the muscle memory, even if you can't land the trick, and then take it to one of those giant waves and huck the double every time, no matter what. Eventually, after many painful crashes, you'll get that rare pass that's big enough, and you'll land the double airscrew. But who wants to spend their whole stakeout season crashing on the world's biggest waves? It'll take a uniquely motivated person. The future of the double tomahawk. This one is bright. All it takes is a 10 to 15 foot tall rock, which are everywhere. And as far as doubles go, it doesn't look terribly hard to learn. So I can see a few being thrown each year. But it's more of a novelty, since it doesn't use the water, or even a paddle. But there really is potential for doubling an actual drop here. Perhaps some waterfall with a shallow lip, so that the edge catch can still generate enough rotation. I bet that takes another few years to figure out. The future of the double kickflip. I can see somebody recreating Annual's double off a waterfall, though the impact means I doubt it gets repeated off something of that height more than once or twice. Perhaps smaller is possible, but nobody seems to be trying. I do think just regular kickflipping a wave is a good way to go for 2, and the only reason it hasn't been done is that nobody's trying. I don't think Dane is the only capable paddler, given the number of people out there who are super good at kickflips, and the number of large river waves. It's honestly surprising to me more people haven't gone out for a double kickflip session. I bet this goes like the Cobra flip, where as soon as it gets done once, and a bunch of people figure out it's not a waste of time, they'll start hucking it as well. We just need somebody to spend a Zambezi or stakeout season trying nothing but double kickflips.
The future of the triple? That's right, if 2 is possible, why not go for 3? What about quadruple, quintuple, n-tuple for you math guys? Well, I've got just the method for you.
This was a unique video to do research for. Double airscrews usually refer to the airscrew to airscrew combo, not 2 in 1 air. Double kickflips are primarily a skateboard trick. And double tomahawks seem to be more fit for your grill than the river. I watch a bunch of stakeout videos and Zambezi videos for research here, but I'm sure I missed something. No doubt a bunch of you have gone for a double kickflip attempt, and I just couldn't find the video. I want to give you the credit you deserve. So post a comment or send me a DM with the video, and I'll update the description here on YouTube with your attempt. And please start the attempts up in the future. There is a lot of work to be done with doubles, and the kayak community needs your help.
Ah, I should have gone for a fucking double! Damn it!